Good evening and thank you for joining us. NDP leader Mart Stiles will head back to Queen's Park with a strong message for the Ford government. The Terrace Bay pulp mill needs to be reopened soon.
Stiles was in the region again today, this time touring the North Shore. Lee Noonan caught up with her in Terrace Bay. She joins us now in studio. Lee.
Thanks, Ryan. Stiles also stopped in Nipigon and Schreiber to talk about various issues, but the NDP leader spent the bulk of her time meeting with community members and stakeholders in Terrace Bay to discuss the fate of the mill. The head of Ontario's official opposition will be heading back to Toronto with a sense of urgency when it comes to the Terrace Bay pulp mill. NDP leader Mart Stiles joined Superior North MPP Lise Vaugeois to meet with key stakeholders from in and around Terrace Bay. She says her biggest takeaways were the risks that come with letting the temporary shutdown drag on.
We have to do something, and we have to do it quickly. The government has to step in. We need to know whether this is really an issue of the company wanting to sell off, or if they're really looking at what do they need to get going again, because this mill cannot close.
Stiles said her goal in Terrace Bay was to listen and gather information from locals on how to best help the community after AV Terrace Bay idled the mill, announcing the layoffs of 400 workers. Local union president Stephen Downey represents about 300 mill workers, most of whom were laid off. If that sense of urgency is all Stiles takes back to Queen's Park, he says he'll be satisfied.
Yes, the faster the better. If we lose any more people, it's going to be very hard to manage this place to run it.
Downey says many workers have already found work elsewhere, and any delays will see more people leave, but they've made it through long closures before, and he is optimistic they'll be able to restart. However, he says the company needs to come to the table.
Well, I would love to see them coming saying, yes, we want to sell the place, or you know what, wait some time and we'll be back into operation as soon as we get our capital together. Anything. We're basically not knowing anything right now. So until they come forth and give us anything, there's nothing we can do to help.
Getting the company to the table is one place the union would like to see the government step in. He also hopes they'll keep the woodlands with the mill to maintain its value. For Stiles, another key takeaway is the broader impact a permanent shutdown could have on the economy.
It's not just in Northern Ontario where we have the economic benefit of this pulp mill. It goes right down all across the province, right? So if this mill closes, it's certainly going to impact families, community members here in Terrace Bay, and in Schreiber, and in other communities nearby, but it's going to have economic impacts that are much more far-reaching, and we need the government to come to the table with us to actually find some solutions.
Stiles hopes her visit to Terrace Bay will draw more attention to the mill and keep pressure on the Ford government to find solutions as quickly as possible. Lee Noonan, TBT News.